Hey folks, welcome back. So, thanks to Artemis II, apparently Kerbal Space Program has had a resurgence. Let's try and go see what is going on with this. I'm gonna start a new game, and I'm specifically gonna start in career mode. Save game is gonna be episodes. I might stream it at some point, so episodes will be fine. Let's choose a flag. Personally, I'm not overly mad. I'm not really looking at anything in particular, but going NASA would be cool. So ESA is more my vibe because I live in Europe. Yeah, let's do ESA. And then start. Difficulty will be set to normal, so pretty much all of this is going to be fine for me. Career, let's start this. So, first of all, we're going to have to make a small little vessel. That is going to be small and little. Hey, Gene Kerman. Let's go to the vehicle assembly bay. Werner von Kerman, Chief Rocketry Engineer. We got a couple things. We got the KV-1 Onion re-entry module, which is one that apparently can have passengers with it. It can have one crew, and this one is the Mark 1 command module. I have no clue why it has that liquid. Is that monopropellant? Yeah. Okay, so I'm not gonna be using monopropellant. So get the Onion in. Okay, after that we need some either fuel tanks or let's see about engines. Let's do that. This has solid fuel. This is a solid fuel booster. Okay, awesome. There is no command and control. There is one bit of structural thing, no robotics, no couplings, no payload, a little bit of aerodynamics. So let's get this, and I want 3 of them. There we go. I have nothing for the ground, nothing for thermal, nothing electrical, nothing communications, a little bit of science. Let's put 2. Let's put 2 of these modules on. No, I would just like to, please. There we go. Cargo, the EVA jetpack, and a personal parachute, and I would very much like a parachute to be put on top. This is going to be the first flight of whatever we're going to be calling this. Let's call it the Minion. What is this? Oh, you have a decoupling yourself. Awesome. Let's put you in the same as that one. Oh, that did it by itself. Awesome. Do we have the thing? Do we have the logo somewhere? No, we do not. Okay, never mind. In that case, let's head over to launch and let's see if we can get this bird in the air. Am I actually audioing? Okay, so welcome to the worst of the worst. The small little monolith all the way down there. There's a small little flag of ESA right there. I'm gonna immediately observe the mystery goo. Mystery goo observation from launchpad. The goo doesn't seem to be doing much right now. Okay. I'm gonna keep this experiment. And I'm gonna yeah, we should be able to just launch. We're not gonna reach any specific things, but I would love to see the moment I reach max height, keep experiments, and then get the parachute. Oh, so that microphone type thing is part of the thing. Okay, cool. And now we just wait. We are going to be landing on top of the space agency, and there we have the minion debris, which is going to explode rather nicely. And bonk. Exactly what I wanted. Awesome. This game in and of itself is rather beautiful. You might not be able to tell with like the look of the game right now, but the moment we get into space, it's gonna start looking rather different. Okay, let's actually speed up a bit. Speed up a lot. This game has physics, and some of the physics are linked to the speed at which you play the game, at the fast forward thing. It's not necessarily the best, because it might shake your entire ship to smithereens. There we go. Ship. Nice. That's gonna be that. Let's I have no idea where I stopped this slide now. I think it's literally just like recover vessel. There we go. So we did our first mission. Mystery Go observed from Launchpad, Mystery Go observed from whilst flying at Kerbin, and recovery from vessel that survived a flight. We have 10, 15 science. We recovered the onion, we recovered the Mystery Go, we recovered the parachute, we recovered a personal parachute and an EVA jetpack. We also recovered some of the ablator, which we didn't use apparently. Current funds, 8,671. Let's go to the next one. Jebediah Kerman is now ready for the next assignment. He gained 1 experience, which isn't a lot, but it's something. And here we are. So, research and development. We should now be able to get a couple of these. Specifically, basic rocketry would be cool, because this will give us extra solid fuel boosters and a fuel tank. Also, Engineering 101 is going to give us a decoupler, a thermometer, a communotron, and a communotron. One is vertical, one is sideways. I would like to get everything, but we would only be able to get survivability if we did everything. So let's research this and let's research this. There we go. Requires start. That gives us everything here. Okay. Leave the facility. After research and development, I would like to go to the mission control. So we have a couple of things here. Specifically, these, the agent info, the Kerbin World First Record Keeping Society, are specifically the missions that you would like to do to follow the story, quote unquote. We also have a couple of these. So we need the Flea solid fuel booster. We need to test it at the launch site. We need to haul the RT-10 hammer solid fuel booster into flight above Kerbin. And then we have some construction things. So let's try and haul this, test this, and test the Mark 16 parachute in flight over Kerbin. I can only take 2 missions, so we're currently out. Let's go back to the launch pads and see about what we can do. We have 2 missions right now. The hammer and the flea. This is the flea. So let's see about coupling. And this guy beneath. This should work. If we go and check science, we have a new piece of equipment that we can take with us. The thermometer. I would like to have 2 of them near the top. There we go. And let's start flying. Still pretty much the same flight, still pretty much the same ship, just log temperature, keep data, I can't test you. Now we have, I keep on forgetting, test the flea at the launch site. Run test. Oops. That's going to be slightly problematic. Not to worry, we can just go down. And go down a bit. This would have been a very high flight if I didn't test the thing. But because I did test the thing, this flight went nowhere. Then again, we did test the thing. Let's see if you have any different thing from the launch pad again. Okay, keep experiment. It's not going to be too great. And in that case, let's recover the vehicle. There are mods out there for this game. A little bit of science, not a lot. We got 20 science at this point in time. Payload, we got a bit of extra funds, and no XP gain from this. So, if we go to mission control again, I believe we just did the thing. Awesome. Test the flea solid booster in flight over Kerbin. I will accept this one. Because this is pretty much what we are going to be doing next. So we just tested the thing. I now need to haul this into flight over Kerbin, I believe. Now, if I go back to the research center, I should be able to get like survivability, which is a heat shield, a barometer, a radiator panel, the microstrut landing, radial mounted drogue chutes, radial mounted parachutes, and service base. I actually like one of these, but we'll see. Stability is an aerodynamic nose cone. winglets and a radial decoupler. This is going to be useful for when we strap more rockets to the rocket. And then we have general rocketry, another liquid fuel engine, another thumper solid booster, which is massive, and a fuel tank. Let's go with survivability, research that, leave the facility, and go back to this. Small issue. The minion doesn't like anything hanging from beneath it, so I won't be able to use the service bay at this point in time, but I can use... what's it? Is it shift? Yeah, it's shift apparently. Cool. I won't be able to use any of the service bays on this one and bring it home. I will, however, be able to do this. Let's go to launch. Okay, as for this, it seems fair. Okay, so you do that. You do that. I forgot to do that earlier. Okay, so nothing here. Jebediah Kerman is ready to go. We need to test the Flea solid booster in flight and haul the Hammer solid fuel booster in flight over Kerbin. Needs to be anywhere between an altitude of 16,000 and 22,000. So that might be a thing, and the speeds need to be at a certain level. So let's see. Can we get this going? I would very much... Oh. Ah. Okay, yeah, revert to vehicle assembly. Oops. Okay, let's see about wings aerodynamics. I would actually like to see the center of mass and center of thrust. Like, something was kind of heavy. Kind of very heavy. And made us go wonky. Command and control, nothing here. Okay, fair enough. I don't think I have anything useful in any of these. So let's try and launch again. Okay, everything's set again, except for this time I'm gonna take a pressure data reading. Keep this. And I'm currently immediately going to be toggling RCS, which is going to be useful for when I want to go and deal with stuff. Toggle map. Oh, here we go. That's the map. What's this? This is the island airfield. Okay. Then we have the desert airfield and the boomerang launch site. Okay. I would very much like to not be on the map. And now let's try again. Ship is a bit more stable than before. And now suddenly it isn't anymore. Cool. He did get it right. Nice. Issue here is that the keep this. Can I EVA? I don't think I can I? No, my can I do EVA? We're currently going at 93 meters a second, and I don't see where he would be popping out and keep himself attached. So I'm not gonna do an EVA. Sadly, that means that we did not get our stuff high enough. The capsule is too big. I'm gonna have to change Dominion. I'm gonna have to change how it works, how it looks like, because this one, whilst being cool in general, it lacks the aerodynamics of the other one, the crew cabin. Okay. Should land us rather softly. Awesome. You observe mystery go. This is going to be doing pretty much the same as it was going to be doing at okay, you're good. Log temperature. Keep data. And now let's see about EVA. Oh, you can hold on. Just about. Can I get data? EVA reports. There we go. Keep this. Grab. Ha. Okay, yeah. And now let's recover the vehicle. Okay, this was horrendous. But we did get a bit of science. We currently are stuck at 29. Got a little bit more funds and no experience gain for you. Fair enough. So let's go back to vehicle assembly and pretty much can I just click somewhere and make a new one? Yeah, here. Okay. So I'm gonna save this one as the minion. I'm gonna make a new I'm gonna make a new ship with one of you. And then put science. No, I want the payload thing. Service bay is gonna be on the bottom with some ground supports attached if I can. And then open. There we go. It's gonna be awesome. Now let's see about safety, utility. I need you on top. Make some science. mystery go? Close you. This should be fine. Nothing to see there. Go. And now I would very much like a heat shield. This is too small. There we go. Then add coupling. Then add a fuel tank. We're gonna add a small one on this. Then engines. Let's put the swivel. Then coupling for the flea. And then coupling for the hammer. So, gonna add you to this, gonna add you to this, and gonna add you to this. So if you hear people talk about delta V and stuff, what specifically is that? So down here you have the delta symbol and the V symbol. If I click that, you should see what it all does. So delta V is the currently projected amount of velocity that this vessel would have. Currently here it says 641 meters per second. This one has 309, this one has 359. This will change depending on the weight of the vehicle and stuff like that. This one has nothing. So projected, we currently have 1310. If we go look here, oh no, yeah. So it is pretty much these numbers in blue. We can also change this to, for instance, the Mun, Minmus, and stuff like that. Currently, we haven't been to the Mun, we haven't been to Minmus. That's hopefully things that will happen. As for you, put you there. Get another one of you, like right here. And do that. There we go. That should be something. Engineers report parts 32 of 30. Okay, so we need to lose some because we're not good enough. Currently we have show severity, nothing yet. Okay, we have 29 out of 30 parts. Mass is currently 8,000 out of 18,000. Height is 9 meters, width is 2 meters, and length is 2 meters. Let's, both of those are 2 meters. That's 9 meters. Okay, let's try one more. This is going to be called the spear. I'm gonna save this one. And let's launch again. This might be a little bit easier. But don't hold your breaths. Okay. Let's see about launching. Jebediah Kerman, ready for liftoff. 3, 2, 1. keep your eyes on that thing, please. So if we go to map mode, you'll see that there's a line here. I can do this because he's keeping pretty steady. That line will change. We have a high point and a low point. That high point is currently only be going higher and higher and higher. If I try and nudge this a little bit... Oh! I accidentally... let the stage go before I was ready to do it. Oh well. So that high point would have gone higher and higher and higher. The low point would have gone lower and lower and lower. Up until a point. Suddenly that low point would jump out of the planet, and we'd have we'd have something that could technically be considered to be a an orbit if the planet wasn't in the way. The planet is in the way, so that would have crash landed us. If I now go back to the regular mode, you can see that we are currently spinning just about a little bit. Open this. Keep flying. Okay. Yeah, we're too late. If we ever were in low orbit, we aren't anymore. And there we go. Okay, we're gonna be landing close to the thing again. Awesome. Close to the Kerbal Space Agency again. We are also gonna have to take a look at how to get the hammer and the flea up to said heights. Okay, and there we go. Surface speed is currently 6.7 meters per second. Are we currently in a different biome? That's a question. I would like this to be over land, please. If I log temperature here... Yeah, nothing. Let's see if this brings us to the launch pad. It should be far enough off. Launch pad tends to be this slightly less green version of grass. And for some reason I didn't get like anything. Okay. Man, you will be mine at some point. There we go. Awesome. Now, where are we? Log temperature, we're at the Caribbean shores. Okay. Log barometer. We can take this at the very least and see about the mystery goo. This is gonna be very little science. You, EVA, and give me a report. Like this, let's board again and get vehicle recovered. We went high, we just didn't go as high as I wanted to. We're currently at 33 science. Nice. Got a little bit of our funds back and the crew has gained no experience. So if I go now to the research and development station, I would like general rocketry with more of this. And that's all I can get. Flight control would be more winglets, an inline reaction wheel and a P re-entry pod, which would fit 2 cabins, apparently. Cool. We have basic science, which we could get. The Probodobodyne Staputnik is a... pretty much, it's a remote control. Instead of taking Kerbals, you can take electronics and stuff like that. We have advanced rocketry, which would give us more fuel tanks and stuff like that. General construction for crew cabins, structural fuselage, struts, things like that. And stability. I would like stability at some point, but that's gonna be quite a bit. So I can upgrade stuff. Admin building? Yeah, okay. So I can look at these. I don't know what these do. I should look into that. Astronaut complex research and development tracking station. So at this point in time, we do not have any vehicles on Kerbin. We have some stuff and things going on in the world, though. So we have met a couple of objects, apparently, which I'm now not completely able to do stuff. No. Is it research and development? No. Where can I get better stuff? Like, these are all okay. Currently, Jebediah is right at Kerbin. I could change over. These are pilot, an engineer, a scientist, and another pilot. Okay. We'll see. I thought I could upgrade the launch pad and stuff. Where would that be? Admin building? Mission control? Also no. No. I'm gonna have to look that up again. I believe you can upgrade your stuff. Tracking station, spaceplane hangar and runway, research and development, mission control, launch pad, flagpole. Fair enough. Astronaut and admin building. Anyway, that being said, hope y'all had a day. Hope y'all had a good time. I'll see about maybe playing more of this. I like Kerbal Space Program. I just tend to get bored between going to the Mun and going to Minmus because I'm bad at going to Minmus. Have a good one. See you later. Goodbye.